Hey talents, so we're going back to ifs, and if you remember, the last code we were looking at was this, and we added a condition here that says that if num modulo 2 is 0, which basically means that the number that we randomize between 1 and 7 is divided by 2 is even, can be divided by 2 and is even. So if it does, we want it to put this message, and we color the message in purple. But if you look at Unity, okay, we have here the log. So even when we got 2 or 4 or even 6, I believe, okay, we didn't get any purple message. Let's see what we did get. Most of the time we got 1, okay, got 1. We got else when we get 3, and we get not 3. So let's understand what's happening here. So the thing about working with the if statements in code is understanding the order of things. And we have to understand that when we have if, else if, and so on till the else, it goes one by one, and once it gets any one of them, the condition right, the answer is true, then it does what's inside the scope of that part of the if. Okay, I tend to think about all this block as one block of if, okay, one block of condition, and it has multiple parts. So the first part is checking whether num is 1, and we've seen it. It's colorized in green, and it gives us the message got 1. Then we have this condition, else if num is not 3. Okay, so if num is not 3, it's painted in red and says not 3. And then we have all the other condition, and we have the else. Okay, now I didn't even talk about num equals 4 or num modulo 2, because if you notice, we didn't have anything with green and or purple. Okay, so we didn't get into these types of condition. Even if we did get 4 or we get 6 or 2, we didn't get any of them. Okay, and I'll just show you it in Unity. Okay, so you can see blue, you can see red, you can see here green, but we can't see any purple, and of course we can see this green. I mean, we got the green for got 1, but we didn't get this green. Okay, maybe I should put it to yellow in lowercase. Anyway, so the big question, the question I finished with in the last video is why didn't we get any other printing? Okay, I asked about this printing, about the purple printing, but actually we didn't get this one. So this is the order thing, because it checks if the number is 1. So this one will cover only number equals 1, right? When we and let me remind you, we can get the numbers here. We can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we wouldn't get 7 because a random merge is not inclusive for it's exclusive for the last one. Okay, so we get 1 to 6. Okay, so 1 is covered by this. What is covered by this? Actually, any other number which is not 0, not 3. So this one we covered 1. This one we covered everything else. Okay, but 3. So we have 2, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this one got 1. This one 2, 4, 5, or 6. Okay, and because this one got 2, 4, 5, or 6, this one's not relevant because 4 is here. This one's not relevant because 2, 4, and 6 are here. And so the only one relevance is else. And when will we get to else? So here we handle 1, here we handle 2, 4, 5, and 6. So the only one we got here is 3. And that's why when we get 3, we get the message in blue, okay, and showing us that we got 3. Okay, here's the current number 3. Okay, so he writes us got else. Okay, so it's really simple. So how do we fix that? First of all, this is not really such an interesting code, but let's fix it a bit. So let's do it instead num is not 3 equal 3, so num is 3, and this will change the whole thing. Okay, so let's see what's happening now. So if we go back to Unity, okay, we let it reload the script, and we restart Unity. We start playing the game. Of course, we have nothing here. All we have is pressing the spacebar. Okay, so here we got 2. We got the purple for even number. For 6, we got again purple for even number. Here we got 3, so we get num is 3 now. Okay, in red. Again, even number. We got 4. 4 has because we're checking 4 before we check for even number, then it catches it. And we got 1, and I think this is about covers it. What else can we have? Okay, only 5. 5 brings us to the else. Okay, so now we actually can get to all of the other conditions. And okay, so in this condition we have 1 here. This one, not all of this, it's only 3. This one's for 4. This one is for 2. 4 it wouldn't catch because this one caught 4. Okay, I'll remove this, it's a bit confusing. And this one is not 3, it's actually now 5, because 5 is the only number that is not covered by the other ifs and else. Okay, that's great. So we have now a better understanding of how working with if and else ifs. And let me show you something else. So we talked about if, else if, and else. And we actually have here ifs, and inside the scope here we have all of this. And this one happened only if we got inside the if, because we pressed the space bar, the space key, right? So let me just show you a small shortcut. Okay, I'm working right there. I can mark all this, and look here. I have this hammer, right? So I can do 2 things. I can right click actually, and go here for refactor, and refactor this, or extract actually, and extract method. Okay, extract method is taking the code that I picked up and creating an external method from it. So we haven't talked about method yet, but it's really useful, so I want to show you how it works. And so this is one way, and the other way is pressing this, and it actually can do the same, extract method. So let's press it, and it asks, okay, extract method. Okay, and he asks for the name, and this is a whole widget for that, but let's make it really simple. So this one will handle a key pressed. So this is the name of the function, and function is the same here like update and start. It's basically something that can be called, and what's inside the scope is done when the function is called. Okay, so here instead of all the code, we now have handle key pressed, and this is make much more sense because we know update happens every frame, and we don't want inside to put all the code that will happen in every frame in this function. That's why I extracted the code to another function. But I wouldn't finish with that because this is very nice, but I want to handle actually all of this code. Okay, and so let's do okay, we have even the number, so let's do okay, let's extract just this part and call it like handle show a message for random num, which is totally too long name of for method or function, but okay for now. So this line of code is calling this function, and we have all the code here, and it makes our code look much nicer. And also, if we wanted to do this from another place, we could. Okay, so now in the update we only have handle key pressed. Okay, let's say I want to show you another thing. So we showed all of this, but we also have another kind of operator. So we have the if, else if, else if, else if, and else. And then we have the equal signs, right? And we talked about non-equal, smaller, greater than, smaller or equal, or greater or equal. And this is really nice, but let's talk about, I want to show you a bit about other operators. So, for example, let me do another thing. You know what? I'll do another extract method for this. Let's just call it handle random num, which is not the best name, but okay. Okay, so more and more function here. but I actually did it this time because I want to do something a bit else. So I want to create another function, and if let me write it here. So private void. I'll explain all these words when we talk about function or methods. Okay, so let's call it handle. Okay, let's call it demo if demo condition. Okay, so okay, let's do something like that. So we'll use again random, but this time it's going to be a amount of money. Okay, an amount of money can be equal to no, you know what, let's do it like grade. Okay, so grade will also be in a range, in random range, random.range. Okay, and let's start with 1 till 101, so it will actually be between 1 and 100, you know what, from 0 to 100. And here I'm going to do an if statement that would use okay, I want to use different kind of operators. So we have this, which is represent and we have this too. This is sorry, okay, just a second. Okay, so this too. This is for or. This is created by Shift and the button next to the Enter, my keyboard. So and an or. So let's say that okay, if grade is larger or equal to 0 and grade is smaller or equal to 60, then I would like to say debug.log. Let's do this in red. Okay, you failed. Okay, now what else? Let's do just else if. Okay, and here we do if grade is larger than 60 and then grade is smaller than or equal to 80, let's say. Okay, just a second, color equals red. Okay, so this is the whole formatting thing, right? We did before. Okay, so let's do now sorry. Okay, let's do this orange, and you did okay. Okay, great. Let's do another one of these. This time between, let's say 80 and more than 90, more equal to 90. Okay, and let's do this or yellow. Okay, and you did good. And the last one will be okay, grade larger than so it's larger than 90 and more equal to 100. You did great. Okay, and this will be green. Okay, so this took a bit, okay, let's finish this in the next video.